Hi, this is Scott from Summit Training. The purpose of this 5-minute video cast is to share with you some questions that you can use during a coaching session, whether it's a sat down one-to-one coaching session with a colleague or whether it's just part of a conversation. So we're just going to explore a few questions that in the right context, and you just think about how they can be used wonderfully effectively. So when you are coaching, it's often, not always, but often about trying to resolve a problem. Now, the first question that is often asked is, what's the problem? This is very caring. It's a question though that I invite you to stay away from asking, because it focuses immediately this wonderful computer, which we have no owner's manual for, on the problem itself, and that can turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy, an ever-decreasing circle of problems. The first question I invite you to ask at the right time, which only you'll know when, is, what's your outcome? Or what's the goal you want to achieve? Where do you want to be when this problem is resolved? Now, firstly, this might scare the heck out of the person you're coaching or having the conversation with, because they weren't expecting it. It sort of interrupts their mental pattern of what traditionally is supposed to be asked. What's the problem? Stay away from that. What's your goal? What's the outcome you wish to achieve? And then go quiet. If the person starts talking about the problem, respect them and give them space to do so. Then politely interject at the right time, which you'll know when that is, not me, is, okay, I know that's the problem. Tell me though, where do you want to be? If you'd already achieved this goal, if you'd already overcome this problem, where would you be? This gently and very ethically directs them to start thinking about solving the problem, solution-focused thinking, and done with rapport and integrity, it can lead to some really wonderful results. The next question, after they've asked that, is perhaps the right time to say, okay, that's where you want to be, that's where you say you need to be. Just tell me, I'm curious. An element of curiosity also helps the integrity of the relationship. I'm really curious to know, what is it you're not doing that you know you should be doing to solve this problem, to achieve this goal? This directs them on, oops, responsibility. It's down to me to sort this. I have to lead myself, not expect other people to solve the problem for me. So what is it you're not doing that you know you should be doing, or you should do, or you could do to achieve this goal, to resolve this problem? Again, their eyes might shake about a bit, their brain might bump around a bit because they're not expecting it. But to develop responsibility, the question is, what are you not doing that you could be doing or should be doing to resolve this problem? Let them speak. If they continue to talk about the problem, let them do so, because what happens in their brain is good for them. It might not get to the answer as quickly as you would like, but based on integrity and trust, this is their space. Let them have it. At the right time, you know when that is okay, I understand the problem now. What is it you're not doing that you should be doing? And then gently tease them into a very honest answer. It may be something that they don't wish to share with anyone. It may be that they're very upset or not feeling very confident. But do it gently. The bedside manner works wonderfully well here. On the other side of that, the question of, what is it you are doing that you shouldn't be doing, that's not helping to solve this problem? What is it that you are doing that you shouldn't be doing? It may be how they're treating someone, it may be that they're speaking aggressively, it may be that they're procrastinating. Yes, I am procrastinating and I shouldn't be doing that. Then it can lead on to a conversation about procrastination or whatever the subject may be. Another question that you can ask at the right time in the conversation is about responsibility again. Things are rarely achieved unless we take responsibility. A little bit like success, failure is rarely achieved alone. So this next question gets them to start understanding their responsibilities and taking responsibility. The next question is, what are you doing to maintain this problem? What are you doing to maintain this problem? It links to the previous two questions, but this is also a good one. So tell me, I'm curious, I'd really like to understand, what is it that you're doing that maintains the problem? Go quiet. If they respond with, well, I'm not doing anything, it's not down to me to solve this problem, it's down to someone else, him, her, them, nothing to do with me. Well, if it's nothing to do with them, they shouldn't be having the problem in the first place. It's probably because it is something to do with them and they're just stuck about taking some really focused, intelligent action that the problem's existing anyway. So a gently asked question, what is it that you're doing that's maintaining the problem? Wait for the answer. It's a beautiful question when asked with a good bedside manner. The next question, which is more about solutions. If you, for example, say, if you'd already achieved this outcome, if you'd already overcome this problem, they're seeing it from their own two eyes, how they see the world. Now, how they see the world has helped them to get into the problem in the first place. So it's perhaps not seeing it from their perspective that's going to help them to get out. So we move them emotionally away from the problem and solution and move it outside of their head, outside of their mind, and say, think of someone that you respect. If they have parents and you know they have, perhaps one of your parents, perhaps a trusted colleague, perhaps a trusted friend, and say, look, okay, this problem exists and you're a little bit stuck about taking some action. Now, if John, if Deborah, if Hamed, if Mohammed, if Tom, your trusted colleague, your trusted friend, if you were to ask him or her, what's the first thing you should do to start to overcome this problem, what do you think they might say? Now, this puts it from a different perceptual position outside of their mind, outside of their busy brain, and outside of their personal values. So, if you were to ask Tom, what do you think the first thing is that I should do to start to move towards a solution, to start resolving this problem, what would it be? Now they're waiting for Tom or Hamed or Mohammed or Deborah or whoever else to answer their question. It takes a bit of emotional pressure off the brain. Well, I don't know what they'd say. I accept that you don't know what they'd say at this point, but let's presume you were to ask him or her, what do you think they would say? What do you think they might say? Now, the problem ego may continue here, but allow them that. Okay, I understand that you don't know just yet. I appreciate that you don't know until you've asked them. But let's presume they were here in the room, sat with us, and you were to ask them, what's the first thing I should do to start to overcome this problem or to achieve this goal? What would they say? Then, open these, quieten that, and wait for their answer. Then, they say, well, Tom might say, start to take more responsibility. They might say, Hamid might say, well, just appreciate that trust is broken, but it was really good apart from that one situation. Take some responsibility and go and have that tough talk with your colleague, whoever it may be. It may be, look, all you need to do is listen and really understand. You're only in this problem because your boss is disappointed that you didn't deliver on your commitment. That gives a different perception altogether. So today, I think that's just more than 5 minutes taken up of your time. Please think about asking really intelligent, really focused questions that help people, first of all, start to loosen the grip on the problem, start to tighten the grip on taking personal responsibility. That's not responsibility, it's responsibility, the ability to respond differently. And also to help people start to think of solutions and positive outcomes that are really worthwhile and meaningful rather than staying in the problem. And when you've spoken with this person, say, okay, when are you going to do this? When are you going to have this conversation? When are you going to take this action? Help them by helping them to help themselves. I'll see you soon for the next video cast. Have a great day, have a great week, keep in touch, and we'll see you here next week. Bye for now.